Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. Stupid commercial. Got that fucking shit in my head. What's happening, guys? Are we out there? Are we alive? What's going on? Huh? I wait for that delay to kick in to let you guys know, for you guys to let me know that everything's working. Took long enough, you bitch. How dare you? Jesse Pinkman over here. Jacob. Hey, I apologize, guys. This is what happened. Well, if you saw my Twitter, you'd see what happened. But basically, what happened was I was like, okay, I'm going to do like a simple reboot. Just going to reboot the computer. That's all. You know, to get it fresh for the stream. And I guess an update was waiting for me. So my whole computer had to update. Now, I know you're kidding, Jacob. Don't worry. It's always good to have a ball buster. Yeah, so yeah, I had to update my computer, but I'm here now. Yep, 45 minutes after I usually do it. But hey, whatever. Cheers, guys. Welcome to the Friday Film Junkie vodka stream. Hello there, General Peña. And by the way, guys, look what I'm wearing. Hopefully you got your shirts. Fucking love this shirt, man. Look at that shit. Look at that. You got Soups, Bats, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and then Manhunter, Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman. Awesome stuff. The shirt's nice. It's really nice. Very well made. Very well made. I don't know. And I'm a fan of black and white, so it's all good with me, man. All good with me. Maybe. I should do that and go. I should wake up, do a wake and bake, and no, and watch Birds of Prey tomorrow. No, yeah, it's a good shirt. It's a good shirt. Vasquez Peña. You know, it's funny. One of my really good friends, his name is Dave Vasquez, but with a Z, not an S. So yeah. Wanted to see it tomorrow, but I'm going to have to wait. Oh, how dare you, Hidden Shadows. Who'd be your replacement for Rosie Perez, Birds of Prey? I mean, I always thought, they should have got J-Lo, but not J-Lo. Even though J-Lo would have been a good, Jennifer Lopez would have been pretty good. I'm trying to think, who's an older Latina? I'm like drawing blanks here. You know, because I like that. I didn't mind the fact that she was like older. But I'm just not a fan of Rosie Perez, man. I'm not a fan. Never been a fan. I always found her annoying. You know, I'm not. Yeah. Even though, actually, I didn't mind. I mean, I didn't mind her in the movie. Like, it didn't like ruin the movie for me. I just thought she was like one of the weaker points. Yeah. See, I mean, when they announced her casting, that was the only casting I was like, really? Her? Ugh. What? Chris Dawson's here? Oh. Okay, Peña, 2 new rising YouTube Snyder Cut stars. I need plugs. Subjective reviews and strong arm flicks. The latter said he'd try to make it here tonight. Oh, okay. There you go. Steven for the kill. Yes. Eva Mendes. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. I was like trying to think like who's like older, but she hasn't been in the game in a while, right? She kind of just, when was the last movie that we really saw her in? I don't know. Remember I asked way back, did you look for a WB tag? Oh, on here. Oh shit. I didn't even think about it. I don't think there is. There's like, there's like this tag right here. I don't think there's a WB tag. Yeah, you kind of wonder like, how is he? I should ask the man, how do you like pull it off? How do you pull off having the symbols, you know? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Had planned it for, but women, man. And what are you talking about? She should be super excited to see it. This movie is for her, okay? This movie is for her. That video was pure casual Superman, admit it. Which video? Oh, wait. I'm like going back on like old stuff here. Sorry. Whoa. I heard that Jared Little stunt double didn't even make it in the movie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that there was like a disrespect to Joker, but it wasn't too bad, but yeah. Dave sitting in a tree. Yeah. I'm always defending Grace, right? Right, Mr. Blake? God. No, I just defend when people say crap. See, you can't fight off the BS with other BS. That's what I hate. I hate it when people bullshit the bullshit. It's like, okay, there's other ways to handle these situations, and for some reason, people just do that. The last movie Eva Mendes was in was Lost River. No shit. She has not been in a movie since. She just was like, all right, I did my time, and then I got knocked up by Ryan Gosling. I don't need to do anything else. I mean, I guess that makes sense. He continues to make movies. She takes care of the kids. Wait a minute. We're in 2020. That's horrible. It's not very feminist-like. Or maybe she's just old school. Or maybe she's doing other things behind the scenes. She got tired of being on the spotlight. I don't know. How's the shirt? I'm thinking of getting the hoodie. Oh, wait. I could still get Mercy, right? I don't know. I didn't want to get the hoodie. I wanted to get the shirt. I watched Punisher 2004. Thomas Jane is my favorite Punisher. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Jane wasn't a bad Punisher. He wasn't. It's just the setting in Tampa Bay, Florida, didn't really work. I actually like Travolta as a bad guy. I think Travolta plays an awesome bad guy. I mean, look at Face Off, look at Broken Arrow, and I thought he was great. I thought he was a good bad guy in Punisher, but the setting was just very much off. And then I always said this, when it came to that Punisher movie, it felt like they were like, okay, this movie's PG-13, guys, PG. And then when it came to the final act, it said, fuck it. All right, just fucking kill these motherfuckers very brutally. And that's what happened. The video introducing the shirt, Dave. Oh, is that what it was? That's what you're talking about. Sadly, they fucked Joker worse than the mustache. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I think the mustache is worse. Dave is a Grace shill. Yeah, you caught me. I'm a Grace shill. What can I say? Yeah, no. Uh-oh. Birds of Prey fucking sucked ass. That's fine. It's not for everybody. I had my gripes about it. In my spoiler review, I'll go over more stuff about the gripes. But overall, I enjoyed it. I mainly enjoyed it, so it's all good to me. Dave got knocked up by Grace. Yeah, the baby's hers. So what do you think happens next week on 214? I don't know. He's been pretty quiet. I'm sure he's going to drop something. I'm hoping for footage. I'm actually hoping for fucking footage. That's what I'm hoping for. Drop a little bit of footage. Drop a little tidbit of that trailer that he's been holding on to. How did you feel about how Cassandra Cain was handled in Birds of Prey? Poorly. It was just like, it was like, oh yeah, let's just use the name. People will recognize the name. We're not going to make her like anything like the character besides that she's Asian. That's about it. Go. Yeah. It didn't bother me. Especially if they were to take the character and kind of inject some of the source material in her eventually. That'd be cool. But, I mean, let's face facts. They could have just named her anything and nobody would have bat an eye and they wouldn't have to change anything because she's really not much like the Cassandra Cain character. So, that's just me. Yeah, I know, right? Finally. Only took 2 years or whatever. Oh, you got yours today. Good job. Nice. Yeah, I live in California. I don't need a hoodie. Actually, a lot of people wear hoodies around here. I don't know. I'm just not a hoodie guy. I was like, you know what? Just give me the t-shirt. It's fucking awesome. Incel, seriously, do so we don't think female-led movies. I know that's pretty much that's what I'm. This is what I am looking forward to, guys. Sunday when we finally get the box office numbers for Birds of Prey, it's gonna be it's gonna be like 3 different things happening. We're gonna have the people who are just like standing this movie that are gonna claim that it's a huge success. They're the people that are gonna be hating, that are already hating this movie, that are gonna be like, yep, there we go, it fucking flopped. Thank God, fuck this movie, this, that, and this. And then there's gonna be, and then they're gonna blame something. They're gonna blame white dudes or something for the reason why the box office wasn't as good as it should have been. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of bullshit that's going to be coming about on Sunday about this whole thing. It's going to be, I don't know. it's not going to be fun. It's just, you're going to have to, because it's going to be like Shazam. And I've always said Shazam was not a flop. It was a success, but it underperformed. Okay. Simple as that. I mean, if you're trying to, you got to look at it through, I mean, sadly, sometimes you got to look at it through studio executive eyes, you know, which sucks. It really does suck, you know, but I mean, that's the way it's going to be. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. Who knows Ava's after credits cameo and, oh yeah. Remember what the fuck happened with that? That's right. I forgot about that. I forgot that she was in Too Fast, Too Furious. But it's like, what the fuck, man? Why didn't she come back? I mean, god damn. That woman is sexy as all hell, man. Yeah, Ray Stevenson was a good Punisher, too. I'll give you that. You know what? We've had good Punishers. Okay? I'll even say Dolph Lundgren was a good Punisher. Remember, Dolph Lundgren was the first live-action Punisher. He just didn't wear the skull. That was back in the 80s. I only talk about Randolph to tell people to stop quoting her. Yeah, we'll just stop talking about her altogether. Fuck her. Margot Robbie's ego destroyed this movie. It's not Birds of Prey. It's a Harley solo movie. Well, yeah. That's the way I kind of look at it, is they should have just had it be a Harley Quinn movie. Just call it Quinn or something. I don't know. Or just call it Harley Quinn. I don't know. Sometimes you got to wonder, like, the title. What should the title have been? It shouldn't have been Birds of Prey. And there's nothing wrong with them setting up the Birds of Prey. That would have been a cool little notion. But I think this movie should have been called Harley or Harley Quinn or Quinn. You know, those are the 3 titles that it should have been. Either call it Harley, call it Quinn, or Harley Quinn. I don't know. Or maybe come up with some kind of spiffy little Harley Quinn movie. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But I think that's where they fucked up the biggest when it came to the marketing in this movie. That's why it's not going to get those big bucks. I think if they just called it a Harley Quinn movie, like full on, titled that, this movie would probably be making it double. I don't know, because a lot of people love Harley Quinn. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because from what I gathered, you know, I mean, this movie is kind of like a merging of 3 different scripts, I guess. You know, there was a Birds of Prey script, there was a Gotham City Sirens script, and there was like a Harley and Joker script. And it kind of just took pieces of each and made this Harley Quinn / Birds of Prey movie. And then she was talking about how, I wanted to give characters that weren't very known, you know, the spotlight, even though she really didn't, because Harley Quinn was still the spotlight. I don't know. It could have been handled a lot better, okay? I'm not completely shitting on the movie. I'm shitting on the decisions about this movie. And I've always had my reservations about this movie, especially since I wanted to see David Ayer's Gotham City Sirens movie. I wanted to fucking see it. I mean, we all know that his bad guy was going to be Black Mask. He tweeted that out years ago, whatever. Okay? So obviously they took that aspect from that. And it's just, I don't know. I just really wish it was just a straight up Harley Quinn movie, because R-rated, everything that it is, but it's just fucking A, man. Do you have any links to Birds of Prey? Huh? Sure. Yeah, let me pull those out for you. Dave, Who would replace Amber as Mira? Get Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas. Can you imagine her with that fucking red hair and that leotard, that tight leotard? Yeah, cheers to that thought. Why not? Get Amber Heard out of there, man. That fucking that lady, that woman is a toxic piece of shit. Okay, you know, that whole situation. It's so funny because the people who were just like shitting on Johnny Depp nonstop and constantly like defending her and this, that, and this, they're quiet now. They're absolutely quiet because their queen is a piece of shit. They find out. I mean, there's like now audio evidence that she is a piece of shit. And I've heard this shit. I've been saying this shit for a long time. You know, I've always said they're both pretty bad, but I always specifically said Amber Heard is no fucking angel. Stop defending her. She's not a good person. She is not a good person. Why do you think Elon Musk ran the fuck out of there? And now what's his nuts? Isn't Andy Muschietti? Isn't he dating her? You better get the fuck out of there. God damn. Oh yeah, I gotta watch that. Yeah, I mean, if they end up like taking her character down the path where she's supposed to be, yeah, they'll definitely probably do that. Do you have any favorite Halloween movies? Michael Myers. Halloween movies? Or are you talking about the actual Halloween movies? I mean, the original's great. The sequel's not bad. I mean, you know what Halloween movie like actually like kind of creeps me out is Season of the Witch. That's not even a Michael Myers movie. Just that boop 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 and the masks. I remember watching that and just like this movie's kind of good. It's kind of good. It wasn't that the third one, Season of the Witch. I kind of like that. But even I like Rob Zombie's first Halloween movie. I thought that was a really good remake. No way they're keeping that actress. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. Well, you never know. We'll see. What's your favorite Batman storyline and writer? I mean, storyline, I don't know. There's so many good ones out there. I mean, that's why I always resort to Miller in year one, and then and then resort to year one, and then of course Returns. And then you got your Snyder stuff. I really dug the All-Star, the first Rebirth All-Star, where it had Batman and Two-Face kind of like road trip, and they gave like a different kind of backstory to Dent and Wayne, that they were like childhood friends. I don't know. I really dug that. Like that story, when I read that, I was like, this could be a really good fucking movie. It almost gave me like, the way, if you filmed it in the way that Logan was, it would be a nice little one-off Batman story. If Zach can't get away with dropping movie footage, I'm thinking he would drop some. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to do a video about that stunt video too, man. I want to talk about that because that thing was great. Yeah, 34 million. Well, it's not going to be, I don't know. Hopefully it has a good word of mouth, or it has a little bit of legs, and we'll see what the world box office is. I mean, luckily it had a low budget, and like I said, you just want to kind of triple it. So if it was, I forgot what the budget was. You guys can remind me. What's up, Miguel? You guys remind me what the budget was, and if you just like kind of triple it. Black Mask was good. The thing is, though, his backstory, he didn't really have a backstory. You're trying to find. I wanted to have more of his motivation for who he was, and you don't really get that. And I think that had to do with rearranging. You can kind of tell that they probably did have something more to his character and more of his motivation, but the reshoots and rearranging story points, like, I'm not saying that the dick pic thing was actually there, but I mean, and this is why when people claim I'm defending Grace Randolph, no, I just heard about the dick pic thing before she started talking about it. That's all. I heard about it before that. So that's why I sit there and I can't subscribe to the whole like, oh yeah, she's doing this, she made it up and this, that, and this. I'm like, no, I heard it too from another source that there was a dick pic thing. And to be honest, I kind of wish they kept it. It would have helped the motivation, I guess, of Roman. And it would have been different because then it's just, I don't know. I kind of want to, I don't know. It's just so weird. The movie looked like ass. So you talk about Birds of Prey? It's not. Like I said, it's a good time. It's got Tarantino vibes. Why wasn't, there you go. She was better than, yeah. I like Gina Carano. She was great in The Mandalorian too. Do you think they would make a sequel to this, like a true Birds of Prey movie? I think that's what they were trying to go for. If you watch the movie, they really, I mean, because it's not, I mean, it's, the Birds of Prey don't really assemble to the end, you know? It's not even a spoiler. I'm pretty sure you guys thought that, you know? Obviously, it builds up to the very end. Not to the very end, but to the end, the final act at least. But it's just like, it's just bad. Like, it's a bad title. I mean, they should have just called it The Emancipation of One, what do they call it? The Emancipation of the Fantabulous One Harley Quinn. They should have just titled it that, or just called it Harley Quinn or Harley, whatever the fuck. And then try to help establish, man. Try to help establish. Wow, Avengers, what? Expendables 3 over, I mean, I get that with your hobby, you know. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Expendables 3, hey, you know what? Expendables 3 was with Mel Gibson and Harrison Ford. Okay, Expendables 2 was with Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? He was the bad guy. I actually liked him as a bad guy, and I like Mel Gibson as a bad guy. Hey, cheers, Jay. Cheers, man. Release Snyder Cut. Okay, so I had a $90 million budget. So times that by 3, and so that means it needs to what's 9 times? It's already kicking in. 9 times 3 is okay. So it needs $270 million. So it needs to cross $300 million to be considered a success. So it probably will make that, maybe, I don't know, but the way that these studios look, who knows what's going to happen with this. I'm not trying to fanboy, far from it, but hear me out. Based on how Best Picture is chosen with the ballot system, I think Joker has a shot. Its betting line has gone from 41-1 to 17. Wow, you're looking at those fucking Academy Award bets, huh? Yeah. I don't know. I think 1917 is going to fucking do it. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Mike, what'd you think of it? Let me know what your thought about it was. See, there you go. That's actually good. I like that. I like that comparison. Tarantino meets Deadpool because, yes, got very much Tarantino vibes, and it also has Deadpool vibes. That's a good comparison right there. I like that. I think the, you know, when it was jumping back and forth, it can get a little confusing at times, but other than that, I think it was it was shot beautifully, though, I must say. I think the cinematography for that movie is great. I heard about the dick pic thing before, Grace, too. Yeah, see? I mean, yeah, I heard it from, someone, that I kind of thought, that's why when people say she made it up, I'm like, that's just inaccurate, okay? It's all right to call her out her BS. I don't like how she fucking relays things, but just, let's not BS the BS, please. So it's got to make $270 million. So we'll see what happens with that. Dave, any thoughts on Warner Brothers setting up a movie production division for HBO Max, Warner Max, cue the way? Hey, I know. That's what we're hoping for. I don't know. I mean, it's so up in the air. It's so just interesting because now it's like it's been so quiet. For a while there was so much stuff, word of mouth, a lot of good things. It seemed like everything was on the right path, and now it's just fucking dead quiet. So, and it would be awesome if they could just carry out, because obviously with the multiverse now being such a big thing, and this is why I said Ezra Miller showing up on the Flash show or with the Flash CW version really established like, hey, you can have all these different versions, and it can make sense, and it's totally fine. So Snyder, hey, if they want to finish off that arc, finish it off on a streaming service with an episodic kind of way, Why not? Why not? No bad juju, legs. 214, be ready. There you go. It's from test screenings. What? Okay, Steven, relax. People literally saw the dick pic version. Okay, so there you go. Yeah. There's the info right there. There was actually people talking about it, right? See, I forgot about. I don't think I just heard about that part. I didn't know like it was from test screenings. That's why Steven, he's the info man. I'm the guy that drinks too much. Yeah, see, beautiful cinematography. You're right, Mike. You're absolutely correct. Shot very well. Had great shots, but moved too fast to enjoy. Yeah, it was pretty quick, especially when they were, trying to like establish the characters and everything. I would have preferred, them take their time a little bit. Obviously, I mean, imagine if Tarantino directed Birds of Prey. I mean, first off, every one of the female characters would have no shoes and socks. I had to get that joke in. I mean, obviously, it was it was right there. But he would have taken his time. A Tarantino Birds of Prey would have been almost 3 hours, probably 2 hours and 45 minutes, mainly, probably. But I'm just saying, like, he would have taken his time to flesh out the characters and really, I don't know. God, now I want a fucking Tarantino Birds of Prey movie. Do the stanky leg? What? Phoenix? Ah, now you're talking. I like that idea. Birds of Prey in the hand, have his vanity piece of one Margot Robbie. I mean, I love Margot Robbie. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, from stuff that I heard, guys, it's just, yeah, it was all up to her. That's why, I mean, it's very much her movie. Warner Brothers let Margot Robbie make her movie, okay? Yes, there's writers involved, there's a director involved, and then there's reshoots involved. And to me, the final, the person calling shots was the star. Okay? And I'm just saying like stuff, little things I've heard. It's like even when it came to the reshoots, yeah, they brought in Chad, what's his nuts, from John Wick. But I think that was kind of Margot Robbie's choice, maybe. And maybe she was kind of like the one that was yelling action. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I wonder if they were to make a Birds of Prey 2, would Kathy Yan come back? Oh, man, someone's going to get me for that shit. Joaquin Phoenix taking home the Oscar this weekend. Oh, yeah, 100%. There's no way that he's not. He's winning every award for that movie. So, you're disappointed with Black... Oh, okay, no spoilers. Holy shit. One day, I hope to wake up one day and see the notification on my phone. Snyder Cut official release date, right? We're going to see probably this. Zack Snyder's jail release date. That's what I'm thinking. The Justice League drops on HBO Max. I wonder how we'll get it in Canada. The rights to HBO here are owned by a streaming service called Crave. Not sure we'll get HBO Max at all. Well, just get yourself a VPN, maybe like ExpressVPN or something like that, and just change your location. You'll be fine. I'm hoping for Once Upon a Time to take home. Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like Pitt's going to make it. It's so funny, too, because I mean, Brad Pitt, he even said it himself when he accepted, I think, his SAG award. He said, you know, he made fun, like, yeah, it's a stretch. You know, I'm a dude who gets high, takes his shirt off, and fights with his wife. Such a stretch. He made that joke. It's so weird how Brad Pitt is getting all the awards for his role when, yeah, it's not really a stretch. I mean, his character is so fucking likable, though. Like, you root for him. You love his character in that movie. And every time he's on screen, you look at him, even when it's him and Leo. And Leo gave a fucking stellar performance, a better performance. And there's probably people in his category probably gave him a better performance, but I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me because, and I think it's even weird to him. I mean, of course he's enjoying it and he's very grateful, but it's just like, he's getting all these awards. When I thought his performance in Ad Astra was more of a stretch. Like, he gave some dramatic, you know, tears, dramatic scenes in Ad Astra. And if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. I mean, he gave a better performance in Ad Astra, 100%. It's just, it's strange to me, but I love it. I can't just go, oh, fuck that, he doesn't deserve it, because I love Brad Pitt. He's always been one of my favorite actors. Just seems like always like a humble dude and just down to earth, you know. I don't know. It's just so weird. Dave, do you think John Wick director really was brought on for action reshoots? The action didn't seem on par with his work, and editing seemed, well, editing is a whole different thing. I don't think he was there with editing. But yeah, he was there. He was on set. We actually saw him on set. I'm sure he did help. I mean, some of the action was pretty John Wickish. Do you care about the Oscars? Yeah, I do. I watch them. Yeah, people who saw that version noted that it was nothing like Randolph claimed. It was, oh, okay, Eric. I don't know, you and your fucking you. Guy Ritchie would make a great DC flick. What character or team do you think? It would have to be a team, right? Have him make a Doom Patrol movie. I think you do a good Green Arrow and Black Canary movie. You know, get Charlie Hunnam, and then bring Journey Smollett. I think you would actually do a good Green Arrow movie. I think you would. Yeah, it wouldn't have to be a team play. Yeah, I think Guy Ritchie would do justice for a Green Arrow movie. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. This was always her movie too. She was producer. She had like 5 Harley movies to choose. Yeah, so it wasn't just 3. I always said it was 3, Steven. And they just kind of took parts from each, you know. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say there was a Birds of Prey, Gotham City Sirens, Harley Quinn and Joker, and then whatever else. Yeah, she added. Okay, she didn't blow up a Birds of Prey movie. She added. Yeah, it's all crazy. It's all just a crazy, weird behind the scenes thing, man. I tell you. Why did Black Panther get Oscar nominations but not Blade Runner 2049? I mean, too many white people in Blade Runner. I don't like saying films are made for specific people, but Birds of Prey feels like a film made that girls would enjoy. Nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah. I mean, I went with my friend who was a female, and she enjoyed it. She's not all about the girl power stuff. She isn't, but she enjoyed it, you know? So, nothing wrong with that. Hey, what's up, Jose? Stop bad-mouthing the Queen Margot. I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm trying not to. Oops. I'm trying not to. Yeah, I noticed that too. The boo, and then she headbutts. That wasn't in there. Hopefully we do get an extended cut. I really do. I always like getting extended cuts of movies. I enjoyed it. I'm not trying to badmouth her. I'm just like talking about the decisions that came to be for this movie. And I'm just saying one of the worst decisions they made was not calling it just calling it Harley Quinn or whatever. Harley Quinn movie. I don't know. They should have just had the character's name just straight up right there on the marquee, on everything. Bam. And they could have still had the other characters. Don't get me wrong. But I think they went too hard with the whole girl team thing. That's what I think. I think they should have just had Harley Quinn. This is a Harley Quinn movie. And they still could have got those brownie points for having a female-led R-rated movie. And then having a success, establishing the Birds of Prey, and then hopefully the next movie with the Birds of Prey being huge, and then they could really, have the characters like all like craziness. And then have Gotham City Sirens. Because that's the thing. It's like they could have played it like this. They could have had this be just a Harley Quinn movie that set up the Birds of Prey, then had a Birds of Prey movie, then had a Gotham City Sirens movie with Harley Quinn, and then had them like join up in the fourth movie. I don't know. Who knows what they're trying to think here. It's crazy. Oh. If David F. Sandberg can return for Shazam, why can't Yan return for Birds of Prey 2? Now that the normies know who. Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. I was just saying, like, if she felt like she wasn't able to full on direct her movie and she had somebody side seat driving. The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood finale is better than the Endgame finale. Man, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. That's not bad. As Metro Man, Ad Astra is fantastic. Wow. Yeah, Brad Pitt is awesome. Lest we forget. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow talks about that on Howard Stern, how he threatened Harvey Weinstein. I mean, he just seems like a good dude. I mean, I know he's done some bad shit. He probably has, back when he was young. He just seems so humble now, and it just sucks, because the whole him and Angelina thing, and let's face facts, same as, I mean, we could say the same thing. And luckily, though, they're not going to have their dirty laundry like displayed out for everybody. But I almost think that it's another Amber Heard, Johnny Depp situation. I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying that Brad Pitt wasn't like an angel all the time. Just like I don't say that about. I say that about Johnny Depp. I'm sure he, I'm not trying to defend him. I'm sure he did some bad shit. But when everybody just always defends the woman, hashtag believe all women, you can't do that. You can't fucking do that. And I'm sure Angelina Jolie did some toxic, bad behavior and was fucked up. We know that she was a crazy one. My God, she fucked Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know. Yo, Dave. Hope all is well, amigo. Went into Birds of Prey with an open mind, but man, I'm sorry, it wasn't my favorite. It's fine. It doesn't have to be your favorite. It wasn't my favorite either, but I still enjoyed it. I still had a good time. I mean, it was just, it's whatever. It's a bunch of badass chicks kicking ass. See, now you're talking there, Aaron. That would be interesting. I kind of, for some reason, that just brought a smile on my face. I just imagine Brad Pitt with the helmet, with that Brad Pitt smile that he has. Yeah, I'm totally man crushing on Brad Pitt on the stream tonight. It's fine. He's always been on. He's always been up there with the man crush. Just for God's sakes, guys. I mean, literally, like, if I turn the camera around, there is a drawn picture of Brad Pitt shirtless on my wall. Seems a little weird. Now, it's a whole collage of Fight Club, of course, but like right in center, it's him, with that recognizable poster, that pose that he had, all beat up, cigarette in his mouth, shirt off, and he's just, it's right after he fought himself. I don't know. Yeah. Right after Tyler and the narrator fought in Fight Club. Brad Pitt should have been Cable, not Josh wife beater Brolin. I don't know about him being Cable. Nah. Guy Ritchie with a movie about the fly. Ooh, there you go. There's your team up right there. The Rogues. You guys brought it up, Dave. What are we talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. There's so much stuff going on. Hey, Clitalian, I still prefer she to have gone with Gotham City Sirens. Yeah, me too. I'm with that. A Warlord movie in the vein. That could work. That could work. My favorite Christmas. What? Can you believe we got a Harley Quinn movie before Flash and another Superman movie? I can, actually, because she's a favorite right now. No, Russ. No, Amanda. I know. I should probably text her every time I'm about to go on. But she knows. She knows when I go on. Spicy nacho cheese. Spicy nacho cheese. And you're baked right now? Yeah, well, when I get off this live stream, I got some chocolate dripped popcorn. I forgot what it's called. That I'm gonna put on a movie and I'm gonna be eating that bag tonight. Emancipation with no Joker, Black Mass with no advertised Black Mass, fake Black Canary, fake Huntress, no visual appeal whatsoever. Wow, you really just hate this movie. Now, I don't say fake Black Canary. I don't say fake Huntress either. I don't know. I don't share everything that you said right there. What's up, Dave? What vodka are you sipping tonight? Same as always, Smirnoff. It's cheap. It's smooth. Maybe I'll change it up or something. But every time I change it up, I always get like a whiskey or a rum or something. I actually haven't done a rum, huh? I should do rum next week, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Edgy Veggie, they actually got the female demographic for. They maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, they should have called it that. Put her right at the beginning. They fucked up because every time I saw a TV spot this whole week or last week for the past few weeks, it kept saying Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey. Because I think they realized they fucked up. They fucked up, man. God damn it. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off because I don't know. I'm going to do a whole video about it. I'm going to do some videos about all this stuff because, and probably this weekend, hopefully, because you have people think it's like the greatest thing ever when it's not. But then you got people, it's so funny too, because when it came to Joker, a lot of people, on the left, those woke people were like, oh my God, we're like really rooting for a person who's killing people, this white incel guy, my God. And then you get Birds of Prey and they're like, yeah, girl power. She's killing people. But it's in a comedic way. So, Joker was serious. But then it's a little hypocritical because it's like, okay, so it has to be this way for you to root it, or are you just going girl power? And then you have people on the right going, fuck this SJW feminist movie. And I'm going, okay, yeah, I'm not going to say that there wasn't some of that in this movie, but it wasn't. I was fearing the worst, that there was going to be a lot of that. A lot of like, oh, feminist SJW shit. But it wasn't as, they kind of, I don't know. Remember when all could watch a movie not based on, yeah, I know. See, that's the thing. That's what I was just talking about. People always there's always a political agenda. Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers too, okay? Man, I couldn't say Pepperidge Farm. But yeah, that's what I was just talking about. There's always like a social agenda with these movies now, and I fucking hate that. That's why I'm like, when people on the right are going, this is like a total feminist SJW movie, I'm like, no, it really doesn't have not nearly as much as you might think. Hey, bro, I've been calling you for years now. I totally dig your content. Comment. Hell yeah, man. Thanks, Mike. You're awesome, dude. Thanks for the donation. I know you've been calling. Oh, you've been following. Yeah. Nah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. Hey, I just try to be me, man. Try to be me. Sometimes people don't like that shit, but yeah, I appreciate the donation. I'm glad you enjoyed the movie, and I like your comparison. What you said, it was like Tarantino meets Deadpool kind of thing, and it pretty much was. It pretty much was in the vein of that. So, Most of the SJW stuff was, to be honest, in the ad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It just didn't seem like there was like a lot, like a ton. You're doing voice to text. I get it. It just doesn't seem like there was a lot in there. So I don't know. This movie was Grace Reynolds' wet dream. Maybe it was. She's probably like, oh boy. Remember that Jim Lee is reported to having been instrumental in the Ezra Miller cameo. He wants them all. Yes. And that's a good thing. And I mean, my God, man, we want Jim Lee to be that person because he was 100% behind Snyder. Okay. Guys, why do you think that anytime that I talked about if they were gonna do Snyder's 5-part story arc in graphic novel form, I always said Jim Lee should draw it. Jim Lee, because maybe he's already drawn some shit that was really awesome. So what do you think wins Best Picture on Sunday? I'm gonna guess 1917. That's my best. Hey, you made it, Daniel. Don't worry. Hey, man, just chilling, sipping on this vodka. Man, I've been sipping pretty hard. Feeling good. And it's awesome too, guys, because I didn't work today because I'm on a 4-10 schedule this week. It was awesome. So like, yeah, it's just like, it's great that I'm not, I didn't have a whole day of work. I didn't wake up at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning this morning. I woke up at 9:30. I was like, actually, it was more like 9. I didn't get out of bed till about 9:30, 9:45. So Mike G with the big cash. You know what? Donations are donations. I'm much appreciative of it. I thought it was funny how they said she voted for Bernie. Oh, are you talking about what? Robbie? Hey, man, I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I think it's about time I upgrade my camera. I'm always like down to like, reinvest into this. I always got to do that. That's why I got this computer chair because my old one was just like so fucking uncomfortable. I could just sit here though and be on this thing and just be relaxed. John Campea didn't like this movie, but didn't hate it. These are confusing times. I could see that. Is your engineer a cool dude? My engineer? Who's my engineer? Very curious if studio stuff with Leto caused him to not even cameo in the film via... Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird. Like, oh, yeah, you're part of Marvel now. Fuck you. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, was that the case? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is probably going to bag the award for best... Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Tarantino is going to win. Not going to win Best Picture, but he's going to win probably Screenplay. Concept, but yes. I'm going to do a video about this, Curtis. I tweeted it out. I'm going to do a video about it because, Jesus fucking A, man. It was so Batman. So fucking Batman. So it looks like DC and Marvel are playing with the multiverse. Yeah. But let's face facts. DC does it a little bit better. I mean, I'm curious to see what they do with Doctor Strange. And I hope it's good. I mean, especially if they have Raimi come and do it, they could really do something special. I mean, my whole thing is like make a multiverse where you bring back Tobey Maguire and bring back just add to the Spideyverse. I don't know, but of course it's a Doctor Strange movie. You can't really do that. So I don't know. I just remember somebody was teasing that. Like, what if you fucking did a Spideyverse with Doctor Strange? I'd be like, that'd be fucking awesome. Might win it. What, Best Picture? I don't think so. It's not going to win Best Picture. 100%. Yeah, exactly. Which means he's growing power. Yes. Yes. Jim Lee, big time. Like, you don't even know. I mean, that guy he was right there. Let's just say Jim Lee knew exactly where Snyder was going. Okay? Jim Lee knew exactly. If you were to catch Jim Lee out in the open, you could probably ask him, like, what was Snyder going to be doing with this like Superman arc that he started, he would know. He would know exactly what it was. He knew. He worked closely with Snyder. He knew exactly where he was taking a story. My girlfriend's daughter didn't want to see Birds of Prey. It was going to be my treat. Really? How old is she? I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, it was funny because when I walked into the theater, I see a mom and her daughter who was probably like 7 or 8 years old. They were going to the same showing I was going. And I was like, oh, man, really? You're going to take your daughter to see this R-rated fucking movie? But after watching it, I'm like, okay, it wasn't anything bad. There wasn't, there were no sex scenes or no fucking dicks flopping around. It was just, it was like a little bit of graphic violence. I wish there was more graphic violence. But, it was mainly R-rated because of all the F-bombs, in my opinion. I don't know. How do you think the BOP box office will end? My chances for it doing good overall? Well, I mean, it went from like 50 million domestic, like 110 worldwide. And now they're saying it might be 33 million or 34, whatever the fuck. I'm going to say 40 domestic. And I'm hoping 100 million, like a little over 100 million worldwide. That's what I'm hoping for. I was looking forward to Morbius. Then the money shot at the end of the trailer came out. Where they show him full on and fucked you up. You didn't like the way it looked? You can hear the Junkee XL theme with the. I know, right? I was referring more to Leto feeling betrayed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure he felt like that, and it sucks too, man. Because, like. Somebody posted a clip of Leto's Joker, and I saw on my timeline, and I'm like, he was a good Joker. I don't care what anybody fucking says. He was a good Joker, and they just didn't give him the time of day. They cut out so much of his shit. He was a unique Joker. He was the gangster Joker, and you could totally see him in Birds of Prey. If they wanted, you could see that Joker, face to face with Black Mask. You could see him strolling into that club or whatever. Because, I mean, that's where I think that's why you could say Birds of Prey is a pretty true sequel to Suicide Squad. I mean, it does do a little bit of flashbacking, which I'm glad that it did that. And then there's like even another little Easter egg in there too. Most of the studio stuff with Leto was bullshit and fabricated. They maybe implant. I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Sam Raimi should do Spider-Man into the Spideyverse live action movie. Yeah, he should. Who wins Best Director? Todd Phillips, Quentin, Clint Eastwood? Goddamn. Who would? Best Director? It's probably going to go to Bond, whatever. I got too much vodka in me to say it's the director of Parasite. He's probably going to win it, maybe. I don't know. To me, it seems like he would win it. I still haven't seen Parasite. I'm going to watch it this weekend for sure, though. I keep saying that. I've said, I'm going to watch this weekend. It's been like a month now. For sure, I'm going to watch Parasite this weekend. Bon June, whatever. I can't, I'm way too much. Oscars vodka stream. Ooh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. That'd be interesting. Did I see it? Yeah, I did. Didn't he include like a lot of people? He included like even Shazam or something like that. And I thought like Zachary Levi. Didn't he also he commented about that? I was excited for Doctor Strange too, but then but if they get Sam Raimi, something to be excited about. I mean, Sam Raimi is a pioneer of the CBM, man. I think Birds of Prey did Leto's Joker a lot of favors, actually. See? All right, you guys can attack Steven. Just kidding. I mean, honestly, the fact that they kept it minimal and when they referenced him, I was actually, it wasn't like a Shazam situation. It wasn't like they just cut his head off. Like, I fucking hate that goddamn Superman cameo in Shazam. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. That should have never been there. And so I was kind of worried they were going to do similar stuff with Birds of Prey, but I will admit the way that they handled it was actually not that bad. It actually wasn't that bad. It was always quick. Anytime when they mentioned, if they did a flashback, it was like, you didn't really, it was bam, bam. I actually, it wasn't that bad. It was great. The extended cut scenes really showed how he really treated Harley. Yeah. I think my favorite scene in Suicide Squad was when she's chasing him down. One of my favorite scenes, I should say. I think my favorite scene is the bar scene. But one of my favorite scenes was when Harleen Quinzel was chasing him down on the motorcycle, and then just like the lines that he says, and he's all, fuck, what was that line? If you weren't so insane, I think you were crazy, or something like that. It's a good line. I think that's the line, right? If you weren't so insane, I think you were crazy. Or was it the other way around? Am I dyslexic? If you weren't so crazy, I think you were insane. No, I think it was the other way around. And then when she's holding a gun to his head, he's all, don't kill me. I'll be your best friend. And then he smiles. I mean, that whole scene is fucking... I remember seeing the set video for that scene and going, oh my God, this is going to be really good stuff. It contextualizes the Gotham crime world in a way where, yeah. There you go. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like when people go, even like when Kathy Ann said that this Harley Quinn would work well with Heath Ledger's Joker, I'm like, fucking A, what the hell? You don't know what you're talking about. She fit this world, this Gotham City world that they've established with Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey fits with that Joker. I mean, that's why that Joker worked with the whole, the crime, the Gotham City crime, the gangster type world with like the fancy suits and the jewelry and just shit like that. I mean, it just works. If Clint Eastwood can direct movies, then Lethal Weapon 5 can happen. Oh, it'll happen. Well, they already kind of announced it, right? Basically, what Lethal Weapon 5, if it ends up being something, you already know. I can already guess what it's going to be about. Okay, Danny Glover is not going to be. He's not going to be like a huge. I mean, he'll be more of like, I don't know, the guy on the other side of the radio or something like that. I can still see Mel Gibson doing physical stuff because if you looked at him, he's taking care of himself. He's taking care of himself. So I could see him doing physical stuff, but it's going to be probably revolving around his kid and then around Murtaugh's grandchild. Because remember in Lethal Weapon 4, they're having babies at the same time. So we're going to have a grandchild from Murtaugh and then Riggs' first child. So Lethal Weapon 4 is really good, by the way. The entire Lethal Weapon series is good. There's not really you could like rank them, but there's not like a one where you go, fuck the second one or third one or blah, blah, blah. I think it's all good. Remy hasn't made a good film since Drag Me to Hell. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm just saying, but he did make pretty much the best Spider-Man film. By the way, Jim Lee co-created Superman, Epic for Tomorrow, which Henry Cavill's promoted. Well, let's hope that Jim Lee can like pull some fucking strings here. Jesus Christ. Leto didn't have time to breathe. Oh, not at all, man. He did not. They didn't give him any time to breathe. And even David Ayer knows this. He knows this. He's expressed the fact that he goes, yes. And it was funny too, because I think I made a video about it before. And I was like, the Joker should have been the villain. Okay? Not like this end of the world fucking enchantress doing her crazy dance and these weird, this supernatural shit. It should have been like, my whole thing was, Enchantress could have been a part of it. Okay, so Amanda Waller has the heart of Enchantress, and Joker steals it. That was my whole thing. Joker somehow steals the heart of Enchantress, and that's what they go and get. Okay, and then he holds it for ransom to get Harley back, kind of thing. You know, that was my whole plot of what Suicide Squad should have been. Joker should have been the villain, and he would have held Enchantress's heart for ransom to get Harley back. But then, of course, there would have been some crazy little twist there, too, because we all know that the Joker, even though he loves Harley, he'll still fuck her over. If you weren't so crazy, I think you were insane. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, if you weren't so crazy, I think you were... I kind of had it right. If you weren't so crazy, I think you were insane. It's a good line. Sorry, the vodka's really hitting. I plan to when the video hits. I don't know what you're talking about. What would have been 100 times? That would have been 100 times better. Yeah, see, I'm just saying. Hey, I'm telling you what, guys. Where's Batman, and what the fuck is he doing while Holland and others are blowing up Gotham City? Yeah, well, Batman can't always be there, all right? You could say that about the books. When you read the comic books for these characters. Where's Batman? Where's Batman? Where's Superman? Where's this, that, and this? You can't do that. You can't really do that because then it just ruins all the individual stories. Can't do that. If you weren't so crazy, I think you were insane. That's what the thing was, right? I think Joker should have been the villain, but there should have been no super... Yeah. I didn't mind the supernatural aspect. I liked Enchantress. I liked the character, specifically when they're in the conference room and she does the switch. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. So you see David Ayer coming back to DCU? I don't. Not at the moment. I really don't. Or their feet with Suicide Squad and BVS. Yeah, they did. Yeah, you hate to fucking see it. You hate to hear it, but I'll wait for the Axel Braun version of Birds of Prey. I just wonder if they're going to actually have like an extended version. I wonder if that's going to actually be the case. It's going to be interesting to see if that is going to be the case. All right, guys. Yeah, it was going to be only an hour this week. Like I said, I think I'm going to be on a 4:10 schedule next week, so I'll be refreshed. I'll be pretty fresh for next week. I'll try to get guests on next week. I'm kind of doing a thing. What I kind of want to do with the vodka stream is like have one where it's just me talking to you guys, which I really enjoy. But then of course I want to have guests on this thing. I'm trying to get somebody like I've said it again, but I gotta email them again and see what's going on. And naturally, I always will have Steven on too. He's always good with the information he has and the insights. And anybody else who wants to come on, whether it be Comic Movie Marks or, Garza or anybody who wants to come on. But yeah, happy Valentine. Oh yeah, and I'm sure next week's. I might even wear this shirt next week, guys. I might, because it is 2/14 next week. Yeah, Colbert, you're most likely gonna be on the show because something's gonna happen. And you better have this shirt or hoodie too, by the way. Oh yeah, I mean, I could try to get Film Gob on, but we already established that he doesn't like the people I associate with, and I don't like the people he associates with. So we're kind of at a, we're there. Yeah, I would love to have Film Gob on, but we share different opinions about a lot of things. Ooh, he's got the hoodie and the beanie. Ooh, okay. So yeah, look forward to Steven coming on next week because something for sure is going to happen. We'll have a romantic candlelight, Valentine's Day vodka stream, where we look lovingly into our eyes. Yeah, I could try to get Amanda on too. I don't know. Next week's going to be interesting though. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely have guests on because something crazy is going to happen. So, any BTS updates from your source about the Matrix movie? I can't trust the Wachowskis. Well, first off, it's only one Wachowski that's doing this Matrix movie. And I will tell you this, from what I heard from such source, is I heard that people were blown away by the script. Okay. And I'm going to do a video about the details that have been made public. So I'm just saying, I've heard the script is like, whoa, that's what I'm hoping, Ren. I'm hoping that there's like footage or something. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the man has for us next Friday. So, yeah, I'll definitely have guests. Steven will come on for sure. Maybe I'll try to get Amanda and anybody else. It's going to be an interesting show. It's going to be an interesting show. Like I said, there's another guest that I'm trying to get on, but I need to. We need to figure out a time to have him on. I just, I don't know if next week will be good either, but well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, cheers. Thank you for clicking in. Well, I'm still clicked on that. Thank you for clicking in. And yeah, we'll definitely, we'll see you next week. We'll see what happens. It's going to be good stuff. And like I said, subscribe, follow me, do all that stuff. Hey, if you got your shirt, your hoodie or whatever, send me pictures, man. Hit me up. Yeah. Yeah. We're still good. Chris Wong and I are still good. We're still good. Don't worry. That's my baby boy, man. Love that man. Love that dude. He's a sweetheart. And I know he gets caught in the middle of some of the bullshit too, especially if he's defending me sometimes. But cheers, guys. See you next week. And yeah, like I said, subscribe, keep up to date. Hopefully we'll have an interesting week. I could sense that the man himself is going to be waking up this week, with 214 coming up. We'll see what happens. Anyways, cheers, guys. Ooh, good stuff. Bye.